From giant aqueducts to the scariest suspension bridges in Switzerland, these are the 13 craziest bridges in the world. Number 13. Henderson Waves, Singapore. The Henderson Waves Bridge, located in Singapore, earned its place on this list thanks to its curvy structure that mimics the shape of a wave. It twists and turns along the entire length, which measures at 270 meters. This bridge is 36 meters above the ground, thus making it the highest pedestrian bridge in Singapore. It was unveiled in 2008, creating a contrast with its modern design to the lush greenery in southern Singapore. Henderson Waves is not only one of the most interesting bridges in the world, but it's also a favorite among both tourists and locals, with its shape creating hidden nooks for pedestrians to rest and enjoy the view. Even the dark can't keep the visitors away, as the bridge is illuminated with LED lights. The best way to explore Henderson Waves Bridge is by taking a 5-kilometer hiking trail, which takes you through all of the major parks and gives you a unique opportunity to observe the local scenery. Number 12. The Hong Kong ZHUHAI-MACAU Bridge, China. Hong Kong ZHUHAI-MACAU Bridge, although hard to say, is the world's longest sea bridge connecting Hong Kong, Macau, and mainland China. This is a bridge tunnel system consisting of 3 cable-stayed bridges and an underwater tunnel. With its length at 55 kilometers, this bridge is among the longest fixed links in the world. The project was first presented in 1983, and its construction began in 2003, when it was set to open by October 2016. But actually, it was completed in November 2017, and it will open for traffic in July 2018. The amount of steel used for the project is equal to 60 times the steel used for the Eiffel Tower. The construction of this bridge also required creating artificial islands and new border crossing facilities. Hong Kong ZHUHAI-MACAU Bridge will cut the travel time between the locations that it's connecting from more than 3 hours to half an hour. Number 11. Magdeburg Water Bridge, Germany. This amazing bridge is a navigable aqueduct in Germany, connecting the Elbe Havel Canal to the Mittelland Canal. It allows ships to cross over the Elbe River and pedestrians to walk by and observe. At 918 meters, it is the longest navigable aqueduct in the world. Construction of the Magdeburg Water Bridge started as early as the 1930s, but due to World War II and the division of Germany that came afterwards, the work was suspended until 1997. The aqueduct was finally completed and opened to the public in 2003. Before the bridge was built, ships had to make a 12-kilometer detour. Number 10. Atchafalaya Basin Bridge, Louisiana. This bridge is also known as Airborne Memorial Bridge and consists of a pair of parallel bridges between Baton Rouge and Lafayette, which carries Interstate 10 over the Atchafalaya Basin. This is the third longest bridge in the U.S., measuring in at 18.2 miles. The 2 parallel bridges are separated for most of the bridge's length, merging at Whiskey Bay Pilot Channel and Atchafalaya River. This bridge offers an interesting view over the swamps and desolate areas, crossing over a large watery expanse. It also has a reputation for causing accidents frequently, though, as the Governor Mike Foster lowered the speed limit in 1999, and in 2003, the Louisiana Legislature enacted new traffic regulations for the bridge. Number 9. Beipanjing Bridge, China. This bridge, also called the Douge Bridge, is the highest in the world, measuring in at about 565 meters. It is also the first cable-stayed bridge to ever hold the title of the world's highest bridge. And by height, we mean distance from the ground. It was first opened in 2016, but the first time this project was brought up was back in 2001. The bridge crosses the Beipan River, connecting the provinces of Yunnan and Guizhou. It shortens the journey between the two places from more than 4 hours drive to just about an hour. This bridge has massive and impressive infrastructure, with 4 traffic lanes which offer breathtaking views. But it was also a costly feat, as it was constructed in 3 years for the price of $144 million. Number 8. LANGKAWI Sky Bridge, Malaysia. This sky bridge was built in 2004 on top of the Machinchang Mountain. The bridge is suspended from a 82-meter-high single pylon, hanging at about 100 meters above the ground, and it can accommodate up to 250 people at the same time. It swings over the landscape, giving the visitors a new, unique view to otherwise unreachable parts of the jungle. At 125 meters in length, this bridge is among the longest curved bridges in the world, but constructing it was no easy feat. There was also a lot to be taken into consideration, like the structural balancing from a single point, optimal weight management, and load distribution. All of the elements required to build a bridge were brought in by helicopters and assembled at their current position. Number 7. Pont Gustave-FLAUBERT, France. The Pont Gustave-FLAUBERT Bridge is a vertical lift bridge over the Seine River. It was first opened in September 2008 after 4 years of construction. The bridge itself cost approximately 60 million euros to build, but the approach roads and other infrastructure made the total cost at about 137 million euro. It was named after the famous 19th century novelist Gustave Flaubert. It carries the title of the highest lift bridge in Europe, but even though it was expensive and a lot of hard work was put into it, it is not used that often, and it is also criticized for not being useful or pleasing to the eye. Number 6. Gateshead Millennium Bridge, England. This is a pedestrian bridge and cyclist tilt bridge spanning across the River Tyne. It is sometimes referred to as the Blinking Eye Bridge or the Winking Eye Bridge due to its shape. It was opened for public use in 2001, and it was dedicated to Queen Elizabeth II in 2002. 6 hydraulic rams rotate the bridge back on large bearings to allow small ships and boats to pass underneath, and it takes as little as 4.5 minutes to rotate through the full 40 degrees from closed to open, depending on wind speed, which is why this bridge sometimes resembles the blinking eye. It only costs about £4 to open it, so it's very energy efficient, and it has been operating perfectly since it opened. Periodically, it also opens up for sightseers and events like the Northumbrian Water University Boat Race. In 2005, the bridge received the Outstanding Structure Award. Number 5. TRIFT Suspension Bridge, Switzerland. Due to global warming, many glaciers are melting, and some of them, like the TRIFT Glacier, especially fast. Just a few years ago, you could reach the TRIFT hut of the Swiss Alpine Club on foot via the glacier tongue. But since it was no longer possible, the TRIFT Suspension Bridge was built in 2004. Modeled after Nepalese bridges, and it attracted many tourists. It was later replaced by a safer and more accessible bridge. Now it's considered to be one of the longest and highest pedestrian bridges in the Alps. Number 4. OCTAVIO FRIAS de Oliveira Bridge, Brazil. This bridge spans over the Pinheiros River in São Paulo, Brazil. It's a cable-stayed bridge, and it opened in 2008. It's about 130 meters tall, connecting Marginal Pinheiros with Jornalista. This bridge is unusual due to its deck, which resembles the X letter, and is the only bridge in the world that has 2 curved tracks, supported by a single concrete mast. At the end of December, it features lights, which are put in such an order as to imitate those on a Christmas tree. It's not only lit up on Christmas, though. This bridge is often attacked by vandals, the most famous case being the one that happened in 2011, when the vandals stole 6 kilometers of wire. Later that year, there was a break-in and the panels in the control room were destroyed. There was also a case of stolen searchlights, but I don't know why you would need to steal searchlights. Number 3. The Royal Gorge Bridge, Colorado. The Royal Gorge Bridge in the USA is a tourist attraction in Colorado within Royal Gorge Bridge and Park, an amusement park located around both ends of the bridge. The bridge crosses Arkansas River at 251 meters of height, and it spans 268 meters of length. Passenger vehicles are allowed to cross the bridge only before or after the amusement park closes. The time depends on the season, and large vehicles are not allowed to pass. The bridge was built in 6 months in 1929, and it was renovated in the 1980s. During wildfires in 2013, it luckily remained mostly undamaged. Number 2. The O'Callaghan-Tillman Memorial Bridge, Nevada. This is an arch bridge spanning over the Colorado River, connecting Arizona and Nevada. It was the first concrete steel composite arch bridge built in the US, and it is the world's highest concrete arch bridge and second highest bridge in the US. It's 579 meters long, and the roadway is 270 meters above the Colorado River. There is a pedestrian path for all those who wish to see the sights from a new perspective, and a unique view of the dam, which is not visible to the drivers. Construction first started in 2003, and the largest obstacle was river crossing. A high-line crane system was used, but high winds caused a failure in 2006, resulting in a 2-year delay. It was named after Michael Callahan, a decorated Korean War veteran who was the governor of Nevada from 1971 through 1979, and Pat Tillman, who was a football player for Arizona State University and for the Arizona Cardinals, when he gave up his multi-million-dollar career to enlist as an infantryman in the U.S. Army. Unfortunately, he was killed by friendly fire in Afghanistan. Sadly, people use this bridge for more than just sightseeing and for transport, as there have been many problems with suicides. Number 1. Eshima-Ohashi Bridge, Japan. The Eshima-Ohashi Bridge, looking more like a roller coaster than a bridge, connects Matsuo Shimane Prefecture and Sakai-Minoto Tottori Prefecture over Nakami Lake. The construction took place from 1997 until 2004, and it is the largest rigid-frame bridge in Japan. This bridge became famous when images of it started circulating the internet. This bridge seems very steep, but in reality, it is not. It only has a gradient of about 6.1%, and that's only to allow ships to pass underneath it. Check out the featured comment below, subscribe for more World Unearthed, and I'll see you in the next video.